Hi, Mike the MC, bringing another self-care video. Today I'm going to share with you number 151 of the Catechism with Jesus, and how, with his role in the faith, how having faith in him is just as important as faith in God as well. As it's alluded to throughout the New Testament, our Lord will tell the disciples, have faith in my Son. This is the one you must follow. Believe in him and follow what he tells you. Even Mary will say the same, even at events like the wedding of Cana. And so we'll go further into this topic a little more, but then I'll connect that idea with, okay, when we look at Jesus and look at him in today's world, who are the people that we see can help us along the way, that we should listen to, that can really inspire and motivate us to be good people, to become awesome in our own way and right? Who are the people that are role models in our communities that we can follow and possibly have our kids or other family members, acquaintances follow, so that they can get out of the dumps and be true and strong and become awesome? And so before we go further, let's talk about this part 151 of the Catechism a little further. So let's get this started. 151 of the Catechism states the following, and this is with respect to our Lord and the faith. So this is cool with 151 now going to Jesus. To believe in Jesus Christ, the Son of God. 151. For a Christian believing in God cannot be separated from believing in the one he sent, his beloved Son, in whom the Father is well pleased. God tells us to listen to him. The Lord himself said to his disciples, believe in God, believe also in me. We can believe in Jesus Christ because he is himself God, the Word made flesh. No one has ever seen God. The only Son who is in the bosom of the Father, he has made him known. Because he has seen the Father, Jesus Christ is the only one who knows him and can reveal him. Reveal. Now think of that. Think of this idea I was thinking about where, okay, I'm talking with someone about a plan I have in life. I want to consider doing this job, this life, etc. Trying to do these things, these goals, right? You in your mind, you have the plans, the setup to help your life grow. You have an idea of how to get out of a terrible situation, to get out of the dumps. But here's the problem. Not everyone sees that. And then even if you disclose some of your ideas, all of a sudden the critics are going to come after you. Oh, that's a stupid idea. Why would you do that? Why would you loan this money to this cause? Why would you do this with your life? You're just wasting time. You have so much talent. Why listen to all these things? Why don't you do this, and yada yada? The thing is, other people live in survival mode. They have survived with actions they have done and will gladly share with you what they've done to succeed. But here's the thing. It is a bias towards what they did to survive. And there's nothing wrong against a person, but you must remember as a listener that everyone has a survivor's bias in some way. And so you have to respect that and say, okay, I accept your advice. Thank you for sharing your criticism. But now I myself have to survive in a different way, with respect to my skills, my talents, who I am, what I'm going to do, and what I want to accomplish in life. And so when you connect that with Jesus in this final part here of 151, of him revealing the Lord to us, this idea of a painting. And so you have the painting in mind. You're the artist. You're going to paint your plan in your mind, and people are slowly going to see that painting come to life. I see the foot. I see the bottom of a tree. I see the grass, right? The bottom of a corner of a puzzle. I don't know, another example. And you see the puzzle pieces starting to build, the mosaic even, whatever example. And all of a sudden you see this beautiful depiction of a life that was well planned, and through the eyes of God was made true. And that is the key that you have to keep in mind. The eye of our Lord is also a part of that painting, that puzzle piece, puzzle structure, forgive me. And the idea here is you are an artist, but so is our Lord. He's the artist. So you have your brush, but his brush is bigger. And so it's like, okay, I want to do this, but the Lord's like, nope, puts an X right in some direction or some artwork you are trying to create or some beautiful thing. Who knows? Because he can give and take. And the idea here is our Lord is the bigger artist. So you have to respect when the big artist has an obstacle or opportunity drawn out for you. And when you're drawing out your plan and you're like, whoa, okay, this is coming to life. All right, Lord, what do you want me to accomplish? Jesus, how do I connect this idea back to other people around me? How do you see that with our Father in heaven? What is the message? And so Jesus is the mediator, the one who can mediate these lessons between you and I and other people. He's the one that can interpret that puzzle structure, the painting. He can interpret it and say, okay, you see the the clouds in the east, in the west. You who are sailors, you know what this means. How is it that you cannot tell the signs of the times? See, the thing is, the human mind can only comprehend so much, and we have to be blessed with the visions, the grace, the opportunities from our Lord to us, the idea of a mystic, someone who is in communion with our Lord and Jesus, giving us messages, and we're journaling, writing down these ideas, these profound visions from our Lord. And some mystics, some saints have written so many wonderful works that are like, wow, this is what's happening behind the scenes? I did not know. See, in the invisible, our Lord is an artist, but he's also with not only the visible world, but the invisible. So invisibly, what's happening around us in our lives? Are we facing subtle difficulties, subtle temptations, subtle setbacks that are really going to put us behind the scenes, behind other things we want to accomplish? Am I addicted to drugs, porn, alcohol? Am I addicted to success? Am I addicted to this and that or that? And these are subtle, subliminal, so many horrible things that we don't see publicly outside. We don't see or say them out loud, but we know in our mind that we're trying to hide them. But the Lord can read the mind. And as the big artist, he can say, oh, I see what's in your little mind here. Let me put this in your sculpture. See how you take that in your artwork. See how you can draw around that even. Good luck, Mike the MC. Let's see how you can paint your life around this. See how you can connect back to me. Because I'm putting the challenge to you so that you can connect Mike back to me, the Lord. And that's the idea. The challenges and the setbacks are for us to overcome and to turn back to God. That is the idea. To turn to God, we have to have a means and a way to do so. And Jesus is the way and the means to do so, to turn back to God. The way, the truth, and the life, the road. And the more you turn to God each moment of your life, I choose to love you, Lord, and not sin. I choose to love you, Lord, not do this. I choose to love you, Lord, and not hit or hurt anybody. I turn to God. I turn to Jesus. And you turn to Jesus, who leads you to the Lord. He's the mediator. Keep this in mind. This is a great idea to consider. But always remember, now with the real part of life, in today's world, who do you think can help you turn you back to God? How can you turn people back to God? With your own works, your own ideas, your own visions, examples. And as we are all artists, how does our artwork connect with the rest of the world, the artwork of our Lord, with the visible and the invisible? And how is it that we recognize things beyond the world, the signs now, how helping us to interpret? Who's going to help us interpret these signs, and how are we going to go about it? We have to seek the teacher. We have to seek Jesus. We have to seek good instruction and counsel. And so read the works of the saints, the Bible, right? Profound works from leaders of the past. And through those lessons in the books that are left behind from memoirs, etc., you can find these little nuggets of faith, and they will lead you back to God, and they will help you find our Lord, and you can become that great artist that I know. You can write out your story, and others, once they see your life fulfilled, a beautiful story was unveiled that we just all saw. And that is true. To value your story to the end as a profound artist that you are. And Jesus and God, the mediator, in faith will uphold what is true, and that whole truth was they knew that you were awesome, that you made it to the end, and I believe you can too. You got this, so don't give up on your artwork. You are the artist. I will watch your artwork grow, and I will just admire and see you blossom into the people that I know you can be. Well, I hope this video finds you well, everyone. I hope this one was great. Don't give up on yourself. Be an artist. You know what you have to do, and I'll just admire the artwork, and as I write on my artwork, sharing with you through the media, I hope you admire this artwork through the media of the YouTube, and go share and subscribe, etc. And just spread the good news. Hopefully this video helps somebody. Hope it does. Alright, everyone. I hope you have a wonderful day. Good rest of the week. Take care. Have a good one.